Tonight cannot be all fun armadillo facts because Texas is currently reeling from an incredibly draconian new abortion law.
Abortion providers in Texas have started turning away patients as the state's new abortion law took effect at midnight.
The Texas law bans abortion after about 6 weeks of pregnancy, when a so-called fetal heartbeat is detected. A controversial term because of how undeveloped the embryo is at that stage. The law makes no exception for rape or incest.
The new Texas law does not allow state officials to enforce the ban. Instead, it lets private citizens sue anyone who helped a woman violate the law for $10,000.
Yeah, it's true. Private citizens can now sue others for aiding in an abortion, whether they're a doctor, a clinic worker, or even an Uber driver who took someone to the clinic, meaning that this law has somehow managed to do the impossible and make being an Uber driver even worse. Hey, you don't get health insurance, people are going to be arseholes to you, and now you might also have a cash bounty on your head. Now get out there and beg for stars. After the law went into effect last week, the Supreme Court, in a major step, took a pass on intervening, something that was such a huge piece of news, even TMZ had to weigh in.
The Supreme Court could have blocked this because if any law seems counter to Roe versus Wade, it would seem to be this. The fact that they were completely silent on this just speaks volumes.
It speaks volumes, and the real-world impact of this in Texas is 85 to 90% of abortions in Texas happen at the 6-week or later mark.
Most women don't know they're pregnant within the 6-week period.
Right, and the way that, Roe worked was, it was about viability of the fetus. It was 22 to 24 weeks. That's a massive period of time in which women were having legal abortions. Now in Texas, if you get sued under this law and you lose, they can shut down your clinic.
They shut down the clinic,
They shut the clinic down.
What the fuck? Congratulations, Texas. I think you just broke TMZ. They shouldn't be having to cover this story. They should be doing what they do best, gathering around in a circle of America's worst bachelor and bachelorette party attendants while Harvey hydrates from a large container, and they all dissect something like whether or not Katherine Heigl's dog got butt implants. You know, what they're good at. That guy in shorts shouldn't be having to talk about fetal viability. But you know what? I guess if he's doing my job, I get to do his and spend the rest of tonight asking you which hot Hollywood hunk has these summer-ready abs. And guys, it's Wallace Shawn. You know what? This is better. It's a better show. This law will have catastrophic effects. Providers say that it would have prevented at least 85% of the procedures previously completed in the state. And when Governor Abbott was pressed on why he signed a bill that would essentially force survivors of rape or incest to carry a pregnancy to term, his response was something.
Let's make something very clear. Rape is a crime, and Texas will work tirelessly to make sure that we eliminate all rapists from the streets of Texas by aggressively going out and arresting them and prosecuting them and getting them off the streets.
Oh, fuck off. Just fuck right off. Set aside you're announcing we'll arrest rapists like it's a brand new idea and you're Tim Cook unveiling a new iPhone. We could talk about how Abbott clearly doesn't understand that it's not just scary, faceless criminals on the street perpetuating rapes, but most often it's actually someone known to the victim. We could talk about how arresting rapists doesn't actually fix the problem of women needing legal, safe abortions. We could even talk about the myriad of reasons women get abortions and how framing the issue around the most horrific situations just further demonises the procedure. But honestly, it might really just be quicker to say, fuck off, Greg, as shorthand for all the other stuff we don't have time to get into. Now, thankfully, people are pushing back hard. On Thursday, the DOJ announced that it was suing Texas, calling the law an unprecedented scheme to evade judicial review, which it very much is. And when a pro-life group set up a website where people could report violations of the new law, people started quickly flooding it with tips like claiming the fictional characters in Marvel's Avengers were apparently seeking abortions, which, at the very least, is a hell of a pitch for an episode of What If? And some went with an even blunter approach.
Found this website for anonymously snitching on people who break the Texas Heartbeat Act. You can attach any file you want to it. So I just sent them a bunch of Shrek porn.
Yeah. TikTok users bombard anti-abortion websites with Shrek porn. It's one of those sentences I never thought I'd have to say.